thank you for the invitation and for the presentation. Just you forgot a part important of my experience, because I was architect at the Atelier Jean Nouvel during 15 years, from 1987 to 2003. And after these 15 years as a project manager, I left to be a developer. I left the company.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you.
No, it's important because
it is
why I can manage as the best I can the company with these two both experience. Of course, as a CEO, I'm mainly in charge of the management now of the company, but it's a real pleasure to talk to you and to show you 3 projects among all the richness of the architecture of Jean Nouvel. And these 3 buildings I will show you are under development or under construction. And they are located in 3, is it me? Was yes. They are located in 3 different places in the world. So one in Marseille, one is in Guangzhou in China, and one in Alula, Saudi Arabia. So I propose to show you a residential plot, an office tower, and a troglodyte resort with 3 buildings which are reconsidering and rethinking the typology of what is a residential plot, what is an office tower, and what is a resort in a very, very nice desert. So these 3 buildings have in common 5 big principles to show a strong respect and love of the site, to fight against global warming and climate problem, to fight against urban sprawl, to give the best place to live, to work, and to rest, and to give beauty. Architecture is of course the queen of arts. So the first is a project in Marseille. It's a big plot, quite dense, of 446 apartments in total, with a very different typology of apartments. And you will see it's built around La Calanque. La Calanque is a part of the geography of the region of Marseille. And the whole plot is has been thought around this big garden. So I'll show you the image.
Frédéric, I'm sorry. Oui? Frédéric, just a moment. Please request control on the top of on the top of the screen your screen in options.
I don't know. Options.
Request remote control.
Sorry, I'm trying to find it.
Is on the top of your screen. Is view options.
Affichage. Passer en plein écran. Là, OK. Option d'affichage.
Yes. Request remote control.
Demander le contrôle. Oui, OK. Demander. OK.
And now double click on your screen.
C'est bon?
Please use the arrows now.
Double click. Vous êtes au contrôle de l'écran. Because I have no a real mouse. Is it okay?
I don't know.
Try to move to the next image. Good.
Okay, it's okay now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I was there. Oh, sorry. So living in the Calanque is create a landscape to inhabit it, to sculpt it under the blue sky with rocks, memories of creeks of the Marseille, and with pine gifted for climbing. So this is the building on the right, the blue one. Both are blue, but the Jean Nouvel's building is the one, this one. And here you can understand better the plot and how it has been organized around this huge garden. Jean decided to have it blue because of the blue building made by Alsop, architect for the region headquarters, just in front. So in the middle of Marseille, you have this very characterized building with this strong color of the sky of the region, and with this huge garden in the middle. So I will show you the plans with the building. Each building has this balcony, one balcony. Each flat, sorry, has one balcony with one tree, one big tree. So you can see that the density is assumed. And well, in France, we call it a small tower when you have 15 floors. So we are at the top possible for housing. It's quite dense, and the idea was to assume this density with the pleasure to live in the middle of a big garden with this pine for each flat. So it's under construction. So they are just now putting the trees in the space for the trees. And you have a big plot of earth and all these concrete pieces are made to create in the future the countryside, the garden inside. So of course, is more than two-thirds of the flats are social. C'est bon, pardon. There's some connection problem. Ouais. You know, I'm not in Paris, so you have to excuse me because I'm traveling in France and I'm in a place where there is not a very strong connection. So the second building is a tower in Guangzhou, office tower, under construction, and it's an office headquarters for the WeChat company. So WeChat is, as you know, a large digital company, and Tencent is the owner. And they wanted Jean Nouvel to make a very special tower in Guangzhou. And we won this competition of 200 meters high and 100,000 square meters. And the tower is very specific, we'll see. And Jean decided to break the rules of course, on standard tower with one central core. And he decided to make a landscape tower. So to break the verticality, creating big terraces with a big, huge garden, of course, for ecology, but also for pleasure, for living, for meeting, for all these geek people who are working inside their office. They will have large terraces in order to go out and to live outside. So this is the view of the tower. It's like several buildings on top of each other with garden in the middle. And on each terraces, we call the typology village. around the village. You will have meeting room, you have cafeteria, you have sport rooms, you will have a different program to make this life in the office better. So it's along the river. I don't know the name of the river. I don't know now. So you can see in this section how it's organized as villages on each terraces, of course, on the top of the building. It's under construction. It has been very, very difficult with the client, of course, to secure this typology because it was a lot discussed. And it's 2 towers with an empty central core. You will see. So it's not the official rentable tower with 1,000 square meters central core as we can see on the right, for example, of the image. It's a very atypical typology. It's better, yeah. Here you see the first large terrace with the garden, and you see there are 2 core and office on the side. The second shortest terrace. But you can see that at this floor, the external, the typology of the, for example, you can see a tennis court, which is a good. You can see now. The section is I think we did not succeed to keep all the escalators. Some of them have been cancelled, but the idea at the beginning was to have a kind of possibility to climb from terrace to terrace through escalator, like a countryside around a rock. Where the ambience of the village. A lot of colors, a lot of different, this is an auditorium, a lot of different typology. So the third project is the project under development that occupies a lot the company right now because it's a very big project in Saudi Arabia, in the north of Saudi Arabia, where there is a Nabatean pieces of land of the history, patrimonial piece of Nabatean tomb. I don't know the name in English, I'm sorry. And we had, it's a competition that we won in 2019 at the end of the year. And 2018. And since 1 year and almost 2 years, we are now designing. It's a resort, summit center, like a conference center, and private villas. So in total, you have 44,000 square meters. And at the idea was to propose these 3 programs working together because it's a middle in the desert in terms of energy, in terms of logistic. So the brief was quite strong because, of course, we have no water, so we have to bring the water. We have to bring renewable energy. We decided to go to geothermal energy. And you will see the way how it's built on non-built energy consumption. Energy reduction is, of course, obvious. This is the site. So it's a valley, the valley in the middle of the photo, you see. And Jean decided to not to build in the ground, but in the mountain. Because of the beauty of the site, we decided to be invisible. And we won the competition because of this idea to grow, to go into the mountain and not in the land that has been proposed by the client originally. So here you see in the master plan, in red is the resort, in blue is, in the green is Summit Center, so the conference center for the royal family, and private villa will be built in the future in the desert, and we propose also that they are inside the mountain and not built the building. So it was quite courageous from Jean, but we won, and we now, after these months of study, we were almost sure that it's feasible. We invented the way how to go into the rock without destroying the rock, and almost all the desert, the resort will be inside the rock, except on some small elements. You can see how it has been think with the different plants. We have proposed the plan in very close collaboration with the nature, existing nature, in order not to demolish the mountain but to have always enough thickness to keep the existing mountain, to keep it, not to destroy it, and to make false concrete mountain, of course. So it has been a lot of work to find the right proportion between emptiness and solid rock. You have all these rooms which are located on the border to get the light. You can see the swimming pool, which are inside the rock. And here a section between the Summit Center and the resort. And the kind of vertical section of the lift in the resort. So here you have a section, illustration of a section. And here I show you how the facade will be done with a kind of, how do they say that in English, dentelle of concrete and earth. Kind of thing that we proposed. Here you can see in the hall there is a moucharabier, concrete moucharabier in the halls of the mountain. Here also, so this kind of thing that we will create, and sometimes larger window with column from inside. And the room, which are inside the rock, with several types of treatment of the rock, several colors, with different artists to make this aspect. we are also in charge to design the furniture. And you can see this type of ambience in the certain of the balcony of the hotel. A private swimming pool. This is the ambience in the lift space. And this is a type of common space in the hotel. And here we are on the top with a very strong typology of signage, like Jean likes very much, is this mirror roof to have the reflection of the site inside. I think this is my last photo. So I want to thank you and to tell you that I wanted to show you how Jean and the team is trying to make this new way of space, bringing a lot of nature, a lot of garden in the building as much as we can. And in the case of Sharon, keeping the nature and the site intact. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Monjanel. I thoroughly enjoyed the lecture and the way you focused on these three recent projects. I always try to find, as I have asked the previous speakers, the connecting threads, the ideas between the projects. And what comes through Atelier Jean Nouvel in an exceptional way, and as you presented it, is that, and maybe that's a small question, I'm just mentioning to you, that there are certain buildings of the Atelier that to me are kind of seminal, not only for the Atelier, but for contemporary architecture. And one is the Institut du Monde Arabe, where we have a reinterpretation of the facade and the screen and the way light filters through. And that you showed us also in the last project. We have seen it in the Louvre in Abu Dhabi, this way to treat a surface as a perforated screen to protect the interior, to air it, bring the sun in, to have shade. So we see that there is a consistency there, that as the context changes, the idea is reinterpreted again. And that is one aspect that I see is very, very particular to the Atelier. And the other is, there I do not know if I'm right, I think maybe the museum at Quai Branly was the first one that, in contemporary architecture, that used green in such a way to create the facades for the museum. And that you showed us in the two projects today in Calanque and in Guangzhou, which seems again, I especially enjoyed, I don't know if they made your escalators in the end, but the way like the old Chinese paths, it would climb up to the building. So what I always used to think of many of the contemporary architects, the big names like Jean Nouvel, distinguished ones, that projects changed with different contexts. Here I sense a continuity. Context changes, but there are ways to address problems. And one is the ecological one, the other is to do with the enclosure of the building. I don't know if you agree with that reading of mine, but I find very interesting the way it develops in time, over time.
I am sorry, I had a lot of
I noticed,
in your speech, right?
Yeah,
but no, I agree with you. Jean is a fond since many years of how to treat the light and how to reinterpret the screen, especially in Arabic country, and I can tell you that when we present, we won the competition, and after the client said to Jean Nouvel, okay, Jean, I know you did the Institut du Monde Arabe. I know you like very much how to make screen for strong light, but please don't make Muslim screen here. I don't want Marrakesh. I want Nabatean screen, please. Yeah. And he was a little bit shocked because he said, wow. And he said, yeah, you have to do Nabatean screen. So you have to go through not Muslim culture, but Nabatean culture. So then we had to work with archaeological people and explain us what is different. And so it was a very good exchange with the client, very good dialogue.
Yeah.
And about garden, of course, Jean is since a long time is having a lot of vertical garden, like you said. He built the first facade with vertical garden with Patrick Blanc. You know this garden which is not without earth. Yes. So he was one of the first architects using this many years ago, and this is our future, of course, to put again and again and again to refresh the heat, especially in big cities, but also in small city. Here I am today in a small city in Provence where we have a project, and there is no tree. I don't know why. You know, only they have a heat problem, very big.
Yes, I find very intriguing the way that it is reinterpreted, this totally contemporary architecture with modern means in different contexts, and how it can retain their character without imposing a different kind of model from abroad, or just stylistic. I mean, I think we have not seen approaches like this. We're not thought of 50 years ago, or even 40 years ago. So I think you have a connection problem again, because I don't see.
No, ça va. It's okay. It's okay.
You can hear, yeah. Fine. So I find this kind of interpretation very intriguing, because if you look at what the moderns did when they tried to make modernism local, and they went to Arabian countries, the architects collaborated with Gropius, etc., they mimicked the arches or whatever. Here, I think you have something more substantial and sustainable, and it's really, really welcome. And the project.
You know, this is. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, just to tell you that it's also a problem for us, because as a CEO, I can see that for big clients, international client, they can't say it's Jean Nouvel style, you know.
Yeah,
they can't say I want a Jean Nouvel style building. So it's very complicating for us to get strong client, because it's a way of work. So
you know, but you have a methodology.
So, so it's, you know, it's fantastic, because Jean is giving a lot for each culture, and if the client understands that we are here to reveal the specificity of the country, it works. But you know, for us, we have to explain that to the client.
Yes, I know.
Because of the lack of style.
In the last projects, he must like Petra very much as well, because it's not only the perforation, it's the sculptural treatment of the rock that you have made as well.
Yeah.
Very interesting, very interesting. Yeah. I don't know if there are any questions. We're reaching 5 o'clock. I don't know. I don't see we have any questions. Maybe people are shy on these online conferences. There will be I hope you will stay with us. There will be a discussion with Hermann Herzberger after his lecture, the video he will show, or maybe the discussion will expand in the last hour of the conference. I don't know if you would like to add anything else. Otherwise, thank you.
No, it's perfect for me. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.